my back. Strowman and Roman, get off my fucking TV and save me the misery. And all you fucking goons, just grab a cold beer. The man of the hour is finally here. JD from New York, 206. It's time for Off the Script. JD from New York, 206. It's time for Off the Script. What is going on, guys? JD from New York here. Is the number one fucking podcast in your subscription box. Right here on YouTube.com. This is Off the Script. Episode 131, part number 1, to kick off your SummerSlam 2016 weekend. We're going to go over the entire pay-per-view. We're going to go over preview, predictions. We're going to talk about literally everything that has happened so far with all of these matches that have been announced for SummerSlam live at the Barclays Center on the WWE Network on Sunday, man. Going to be a great video. Going to be a great time. So we'll talk about that. So thank you guys for keeping me going, man. I got so much shit planned. I don't even think I'm going to have enough time to get you guys all the videos I want to get you. You know, match simulations and just like late-breaking news stories that I want to cover on their own and make their own separate videos for, you know, podcasts for fucking iTunes and Podbean. It's a fucking crazy week. And my week at work got fucked because my manager, she's new and she's fucking only there a month and she's already taken a week-long vacation. And I'm like, fuck, you gotta take a vacation in a SummerSlam week? Why? I got all this shit to do and it's like I'm working a full fucking week again, dude. I can't fucking stand it. So I'm trying to make ends meet. I'm gonna be in Brooklyn on Sunday for SummerSlam Day. Going to be there with Justin LaBar. We're going to be at 205th. We're going to be hosting an event from 4 to 6. There's going to be a DJ from 2 to 4, I believe. There's going to be drink specials. I'll be in and around Brooklyn. I'm going to try and visit Salamonster during his meet and greet. And he's having something at some beer hall. I forgot the name of it. But I want to, you know, pretty much stop there and see what's going on with that. And I'll be in and around the Barclays Center all day on Sunday. So if you guys are in the area, stop by 205th. Me and Justin LaBar of Trib Live Radio and WrestleZone.com. He will be there. Come up to me. Call me a fucking goon. Hopefully you're wearing one of my fucking t-shirts. I'll fucking sign something for you. I don't know, man. Shake your hand. Call you a fucking goon in person. I don't know, man. We'll be there. We'll be having a good time. We'll be drinking right before SummerSlam. So come up to us and just hang out with us. I think we're hosting some type of event. I really don't know what the details are right now. Might be something for Facebook. Might be something for his radio show. I don't know. But either way, we'll be talking SummerSlam, and we'll be having a good time. So make sure you guys come stop by at 205th in Brooklyn. Also, guys, quickly, I do want to make mention, I did post a ton of videos for you guys over the last couple of days, and I want you guys to go check them out, man. Literally everything. I'm not going to go over every fucking video. I got King of the Ring, Road to 2K17 videos. I got late-breaking news stories on, you know, Randy Orton and Brock Lesnar for main eventing SummerSlam, and I got a bunch of videos coming out later today. I got one with The Undertaker possibly returning to SummerSlam to interfere in John Cena's match with AJ Styles. I got another one with Dean Ambrose and him having backstage heat, massive backstage heat from Triple H and Vince McMahon. Possibly we could see the end of Dean Ambrose's run as WWE Champion. Maybe Dolph Ziggler gets that WWE Championship after all at SummerSlam. So many stories, plus all that. I'm not going to go over the Eva Marie thing until tomorrow. I know you guys are just fucking thirsty for me to go off on Eva Marie. I want to wait till Saturday to do that. Also, Del Rio and Paige have been suspended. We're going to go over all that, man. Those are going to be the big stories for Saturday and then going into Sunday as well. We got a ton of shit. There's just so much of it I hope I can give it to you guys and get it to you guys in a timely fashion without bombarding you with fucking videos every 15 minutes. But there's just so much shit going on, and I hope you guys enjoy everything that I got planned for you guys. Also did an NXT TakeOver. We did preview and predictions. Obviously, Saturday we're going to be doing the official review, so make sure you guys tune into that. We went over the entire card. If you guys missed that, that's also linked down in the description below. We went over the Cruiserweight Classic as well. This week we've seen Tony Nese versus Brian Kendrick. If you guys missed that, that's down below. And then obviously the podcast is going up on iTunes and Podbean on Sunday night right before the pay-per-view. So make sure you guys go listen to that and check that out, man. So much shit. I understand not everybody's going to literally get to everything I'm posting, but it's there for you guys. And I'm making SummerSlam the most informative fucking channel right here on YouTube.com. And so thank you guys for your continued love and support. Follow me on Twitter at jdfromny206. Subscribe to the YouTube channel if you have not done so already. My buddies over at Wrestle Crate, they're planning something big for the next crate, man. I think I seen they're going to have a limited edition, 1 of 3. So you're going to get the next 3 crates, and you're going to get this limited edition series. And it's going to be in the next 3 crates, man. Plus, you're going to get 2 T-shirts in the next crate. So make sure you guys sign up with my buddies over at Wrestle Crate, man. WrestleCrate.com and on Twitter at Wrestle Crate. Use the coupon code JD sent me. I'm going to say JD sent you. JD sent me for an instant 10% off. That's the regular crate or the ultimate crate, man. Whichever you guys prefer, 10% off your first purchase. WrestleRumble.com if you guys want to win $750 cash. Plus a free T-shirt and artwork. Free T-shirt from ProWrestlingTees.com. You guys got to enter this thing, man. I am already entered. If you guys want to take what I say here and apply it, maybe I'll win you some fucking money. WrestleRumble.com. Go there, fill out the entry form, and you will automatically be entered into the pool to win $750 cash. Usually it's $500, but this time they bumped it up. $750 cash. SummerSlam weekend, man. SummerSlam, put your knowledge to the test and win some fucking cash prizes and a T-shirt. Any T-shirt of your choice from ProWrestlingTees.com. And my T-shirts, Barbershop Window. BarbershopWindow.com. Use the link down below. Even Marie T-shirt is not available for sale yet. I'm still waiting on when that motherfucker's going up. Can't wait to get that shit out to the public so you guys can go crazy with that. Even Marie Get Off My TV version 4. So make sure you guys look forward to that. And that's pretty much it, man. That's all I got. And the Patreon, obviously, www.patreon.com/JDFromNY206. If you guys want to pledge, donate, and show your appreciation. I do want to make one mention of the Patreon before I get into the preview and predictions of SummerSlam. My buddy Connor, if you guys don't know Connor, a.k.a. OKFabe, he's got a YouTube channel. And this is the thing. You know, I never ask for you guys to pledge. I never say you have to pledge. I never say you guys have to donate. Connor's got a YouTube channel of roughly about 1,200, 1,300 subs. And he took it upon himself to show appreciation to Joe Cronin and myself by pledging. And I would never ask him of this. And I told him strictly in direct message on Twitter, dude, I would never ask you to do something like that for me. You know, I don't expect that at all from you. He said he's got a kid on the way, and he wants to show his appreciation because of how we've treated him and how we've pretty much let him in our group. And you know, he's just a fucking down-to-earth, cool motherfucker, man. And I want you guys, seriously, I'm going to link OKFabe's channel down below. I told him I would shout him out on the show because of his generosity for the Patreon. I told him I'd shout him out here as my, thank you to him. If we can get Connor to 2,000 fucking subs, we know the power of Off the Script. We've done great things with this fucking show, with this podcast. If we can get Connor, OKFabe, to 2,000 subs before SummerSlam, that would be fucking awesome. Let's all show our appreciation to Connor and get OKFabe to 2,000 subs before SummerSlam and him reviewing SummerSlam on his channel, man. Gonna be fucking awesome. So thank you, Connor. I greatly appreciate it, man. Anything I can do to help you out, I will always be here for you, man. Thank you so much. Now, let's get into the SummerSlam preview and predictions, man. You guys know how I feel about SummerSlam and the build for this pay-per-view. It's pretty much, to me, been non-existent. And I've been one to say that when I look at SummerSlam, I feel like WWE took everything that they had on the main roster and they treated it as if it was a simulation pay-per-view in WWE 2K16. They took all the biggest names, all the best matches that they could possibly make at the time of this event, and they put it on. They're going to give you a fucking 5-hour plus show with 11 matches, and literally, no story behind most of this shit. You know, there's been story, there's been things here and there, but it's not been overwhelming. And the fact that there's no story means that there's a lack of interest in that. Yes, SummerSlam is going to be great. SummerSlam is going to have great matches. But matches themselves need story for us to care. A lot of these matches, I can be quite honest with you, I don't care. I really don't care about most of this shit that's on this pay-per-view.
Me too.
And it all boils down to WWE Creative. It all boils down to Vince McMahon. Now, the way I see it is the WWE draft came too fast. I think the WWE draft should have happened after SummerSlam. That Monday night, that Tuesday night, everything should have been planned out and been getting ready for those shows for the draft. You know, I know they wanted to make a big splash with SmackDown. USA wanted things to be done now, and they wanted to pop a big rating. They wanted Monday Night Raw and SmackDown to be equals, which was not the case coming out of the draft.
No.
Everything, I think, would have been a lot more organized if everything happened after SummerSlam. I feel like with the draft, it just watered down SummerSlam to the fact that we're getting great matches and nothing more. You know, it's very reminiscent to me of what happened with WrestleMania. It's like WWE wanted WrestleMania here and over with just as fast. And they're taking the same way, the same route, the same direction with SummerSlam. SummerSlam is the second biggest pay-per-view of the year. And they want things done, over with, and moving on so that they can get to the real draft, and the draft can really take shape and take form, because we're going to get Backlash. The first pay-per-view out of SummerSlam, or following SummerSlam, is going to be Backlash from SmackDown. It's going to be a SmackDown exclusive pay-per-view. I don't know how much they put into SummerSlam with the split rosters, but it's quite apparent that not enough went into building these matches. Some of these matches you might not even know are happening because they might have flown right over your head. And you really can't blame us for complaining. You can't blame me for complaining. The reason why I complain is because I know WWE has it within them to give us logical shit that makes sense. And half of what we've seen here, I don't care for. Now take a look at NXT. Look at the excitement that I show you when I talk about NXT. Look at my NXT preview and predictions and the things that I documented and the things that I talked about how NXT is making the most out of what happened. You know, they called up 6 NXT talents. More to come following SummerSlam. I'm hearing Bayley and Samoa Joe are being called up immediately following SummerSlam's conclusion. They're making do with what they have down there, and they're building new feuds and fresh feuds, and everything feels at a decent pace. Feels like SummerSlam's build has just came and went just like that, and I don't know what the fuck's happening. They're leveling the fucking show with 11, 12 matches, 5.5 hours of fucking wrestling, then we got Monday night, and we got NXT the night before. It's like, how much wrestling can you fucking give us in one weekend?
Back to Brooklyn.
You know, I understand SummerSlam needs to be the WrestleMania of the summer, but it doesn't mean that you gotta fucking throw matches at us with absolutely nothing behind it. Look at what Nakamura and Samoa Joe did for 4 weeks.
Yeah.
They didn't touch once. And I mentioned this on my NXT review. They didn't touch once. And I reiterated again on my Cruiserweight Classic and final NXT Go-Home show before TakeOver. They didn't touch once. The fact that they did not touch once. The fact that they had no physical interaction. The fact that Samoa Joe pretty much built this feud and built this match based on his intensity and his heel character, and the fact that Nakamura is just sitting back and laughing and being his charismatic self and is just pissing off Joe, and the fact that Joe has a problem with Regal. There's another sub-story to this. The fact that Joe has a problem with Regal. The fact that Regal went to Asuka to get her okay to book a match between her and Bayley. And that Joe is upset because he didn't take those steps to do the same thing with him and Nakamura. There's a sub-story there that they're telling. Seems like WWE doesn't do anything like that at all. They introduced the Demon, and I understand why they introduced the Demon, but I don't agree with their introduction of the Demon on Monday Night Raw. And call me a goon, call me out, and tell me that people don't have internet access or people don't have fucking access to phones. Bullshit. People have internet access. People are on mobile. People watch fucking movies more so than going to the theater on mobile. Don't give me this shit that people don't have access to everything that is in front of them. Why was the Demon introduced to the WWE Universe? The intrigue is gone. The mystique is gone. Why was Balor and Seth Rollins forced to engage in physical activity? Do you think that's going to make me more excited about watching this match on pay-per-view? Why were Roman Reigns and Rusev booked to have a United States Championship match on Monday Night Raw 6 days before the actual show? And do you think I'm going to care about this match at the pay-per-view, being that we've seen this match and the title defense on Monday night? How do you think these guys are going to follow this up? You think they're going to have a better match? You think they're going to outdo themselves at the pay-per-view than what they did, or compared to what they did on Monday Night Raw? Of course not. Of course not. Sheamus and Cesaro, a match that means absolutely nothing to anybody at SummerSlam. We've seen this match twice. Now they're being put in a seven-match series, a best of 7. We didn't want to see it the first 2 times. Now we got to see it 7 more fucking times? Honestly, are you excited? No. The Miz and Apollo Crews. Do we even know there's an Intercontinental Championship match? Of course not. The build was non-existent. Apollo Crews hasn't been on my TV in 2 weeks. And the fact that he was on my TV on SmackDown this past Tuesday, and the fact that this build took place during a fucking commercial break, speaks volumes about WWE's lack of build and lack of direction going into SummerSlam. You can take that and just use that as a focal point to this entire SummerSlam build. Non-existent. Apollo Crews and The Miz for the Intercontinental Championship. Do you know what the Intercontinental Championship means in the history of WWE? It's the second most important title in this industry, in the WWE. Why? Why is it being booked? And why are we seeing storylines take place during a commercial break? Why are we forced to see this match or see this feud built during a commercial break? I was infuriated at that, and people want to call me out saying that, oh, SmackDown was great. Do you not know the prestige and the history of the Intercontinental Championship? Do you think the Intercontinental Championship deserves that type of treatment? Do you think The Miz is treating the Intercontinental Championship right? Of course not. Again, I state, most people don't even know this match is happening. Sami Zayn and Bray Wyatt aren't even booked for the show. Neville is not booked for the show. Baron Corbin is not booked for the show. Why? Why was Eva Marie booked in a match before any one of these guys? I don't understand it. Gallows and Anderson versus Kofi Kingston and Xavier Woods of the New Day. They took out Big E. It's been funny at times, but the Tag Team Championship match has been built off of skits where Anderson and Gallows have dressed up as mock doctors, talking about ring post-itis, putting eggs in microwaves, and showing off what seems to be Big E's testicles. This is over the Tag Team Championship. I mean, I don't get it. It's like the only matches that were even built up on this card were the WWE Championship, the World, well, I was going to say the World Heavyweight Championship. Goes to show you how much I give a fuck about the Universal Championship. The Universal Championship, Finn Balor and Seth Rollins. Lesnar and Orton really haven't even had that much build. I mean, they had build for week 1 of this build, of this feud, and that's it. And RKO out of nowhere, then Brock Lesnar showed up on SmackDown and gave Randy Orton an F5. That was it. Everything else was promo, promo, promo. And it was the same promo we seen repeated 4 times. That was it. And then we seen a Paul Heyman promo, which was fucking gold, because every time he's got a microphone in his hand, it's absolutely fucking must-see, and you stop what you're doing to listen to this man talk. But Heath Slater was used as a catalyst to build this feud. It went nowhere. I don't know whether Brock Lesnar was feuding with Heath Slater or Randy Orton. I don't get it. Why? Why did this need to happen on my televisions? 15 years in the making. Is it Brock Lesnar versus Randy Orton, or Brock Lesnar suplexes the fuck out of Heath Slater? For what? That was completely unnecessary.
Sorry about that.
Oh, JD, they're using Heath Slater to tie up loose ends. They're using Heath Slater to fill in the gaps of a television show. I don't give a fuck what loopholes or gaps or holes they're filling in, man. Heath Slater should not be used in a situation like that. 15 years in the making with a serious, badass fucking killing machine like Brock Lesnar? Going against Randy Orton's been out for almost a year? And that's your build? Heath Slater? Come on, man, it's a joke. It's an absolute joke. And I am being hard on WWE because I care. I'm being hard and critical of everything that WWE has done the past 3 weeks because I care. Ziggler is another one. Ziggler and Ambrose. Yeah, they're going to have a good match. There's no doubt in my mind the match is going to be fucking entertaining. But am I to believe Dolph Ziggler is going to be the WWE champion after 3 weeks of build? After what this guy has gone through? Ups and downs, pushes and fucking halts. They give him the fucking ball and then they fucking take it right away from him. You know? Who gives a fuck about Dolph Ziggler after 3 weeks? Do you believe Dolph Ziggler can win the WWE Championship in 3 weeks? Or after 3 weeks of build? Of course not. If you do, again, you stand for mediocrity. That's all I say about that. And that's not a knock against anybody. If you enjoy watching mediocrity, if you enjoy Dolph Ziggler, who's been put in absolutely nothing of importance for the last 2 years, all of a sudden getting a WWE Championship match, you're okay with WWE logic. I am not. I am not. When I see a championship match, I want to know that the guy fighting for the championship deserves a fucking championship match. I want to know that this guy actually stands a chance. They attempted it. They tried it. I appreciate it. Ziggler cut some of the best promos I've ever seen him cut. Ambrose has been great so far as WWE champion. Him himself has been cutting great promos and has had this kind of swagger to him that we haven't seen before. I appreciate that. But are you going to care in the Dolph Ziggler character after 3 weeks of build? Of course not. All of this shit just builds and builds and builds. They even gave us Sasha Banks versus Charlotte on that first episode of Monday Night Raw to start the new era. I know why they did it, but anybody with a fucking brain in their head knows that this match should have been saved for SummerSlam. Now, these two women are going to have a great match, but why were we subjected to see this match 3 weeks, 4 weeks before the pay-per-view if you were only going to rebook it again at the pay-per-view? Couldn't wait? WWE is impatient with everything. They don't understand the logic of letting feuds breathe. Booking tag team matches with opponents, having matches take place on Monday Night Raw and SmackDown that you're only going to see again at the pay-per-view. Meanwhile, NXT is doing literally everything right. You don't see the Revival versus Ciampa and Gargano. You don't see Bobby Roode versus Andrade Cien Almas. You don't see Asuka versus Bayley happening on NXT television. You don't see Nakamura and Joe touching each other and having physical interaction and altercations before their match. You don't see none of this shit. No way Jose and Austin Aries had physical interaction, but that's okay. It's not for a fucking world title. Why is NXT doing the right things and taking the proper steps to build anticipation, to generate hype and excitement for their show? But WWE is so itchy to just get things over with.
Even though it's under the same umbrella.
As if they don't care.
Meaning the WWE
That's what
umbrella,
bothers me about everything. This is why I've ranted and raved and bitched and moaned and complained. I told everybody, but nobody seemed to listen. You know, Monday Night Raw was great that first week. But the most important show that they were going to put on, or the most important shows they were going to put on, were the ones to follow for the next 3 weeks. Each show has gotten progressively worse. SmackDown was fucking terrible that first week. They rebounded with a good show. And then after that, the fucking slide continues. I don't get it. I don't get anything that I've seen in the last couple of weeks on WWE television. And it just bothers me as a WWE fan. How people can sit there and say, oh, it's a good show. And you're okay with mediocrity. Do you understand the fucking talent that's on this card? For Lesnar, Orton, Balor, Rollins, Ambrose, Ziggler, Styles, Rusev, Sasha Banks, Charlotte. You got the Club, you got the New Day, Enzo and Cash, Jericho, Owens, Apollo Crews, Cesaro. Look at the fucking talent that is on the WWE roster. And then look at the build that we've been given. You're okay with mediocrity? I'm not. This is SummerSlam. We've had 29 SummerSlams. As of this Sunday, 29 SummerSlams will have taken place. This is supposed to be a huge event, and WWE feels as if SummerSlam is their WrestleMania of the summer, so much that they're booking the fucking pay-per-view in the same city year after year after year, giving it its own fucking WrestleMania-esque environment. But this is the build, and everybody's okay with it. Do you care about any match outside of the top matches that are taking place on this show? No. You don't. WWE Creative and whoever's in charge of WWE Creative, i.e. Vince McMahon and Triple H, they just don't care. They just don't care. Whether that's confusion over the draft, whether that's them being stressed out about being unhappy with the rosters following the draft, I don't know. But if WWE wants to get in the swing of things after SummerSlam and present us with a brand extension, a true brand extension, and a brand split that's going to put on great shows, and you're going to go out and get talent and bolster the divisions that you need to bolster, and call up people from NXT that you want to call up and place on shows that need talent like that, I am obviously going to be here to watch, critique, and give this a shot. There is positive in this draft. As of right now, nothing has changed. The new era is not the new era. It's not the goon era to joke around with. It's not the goon era. It's literally the same old shit era. Nothing about this SummerSlam reeks new era at all. The only thing that resembles a new era here is Finn Balor. And I don't want to stroke his ego. I'm not a fucking fanboy. I'm not stroking Balor's cock. The only thing that represents a new era on this show is Finn Balor. Finn Balor is the new face of WWE. He's the only thing out of 4 weeks of shows following this draft. He's the only thing that represents a true new era out of everything on this show. That goes to show you that WWE has not properly prepared themselves for this show. They don't give a fuck about the build. Storylines are lacking. That's just my honest opinion on everything. And I don't give a fuck who agrees with me or disagrees with me. This is what I feel about the WWE product now. And I know more people than not are going to agree with me. I know you are. Because you can't be this ignorant to what you're watching. How you can think that WWE put on good shows, great shows. I've had people come to me tell me, JD, SmackDown was great. What was great about it? You know, being entertained and having a great show is two different things. You can be entertained and the show can still fucking blow cock. I was not entertained or amused or I thought the shows were great at all. At all. I'm not here to watch wrestling and laugh. You know, a few funny segments here and there, fine, I can enjoy a good laugh. Shit that makes me laugh is when Lesnar says, I don't give a fuck about your kids. That makes me laugh. The seriousness of somebody and the unpredictability of something that comes out of Brock Lesnar's mouth like that, I find that funny. When Roman Reigns is building a feud off of throwing Lana's face into a wedding cake and saying that Lana is a Russian mail-order bride, that doesn't make me laugh, bro. That doesn't make me laugh. That's not going to make me interested or intrigued in a feud over the United States Championship. It's not. It's not. Rematch after rematch, having these matches appear on Monday Night Raw and then again at the pay-per-view, it's not going to build interest out of me. Yeah, I'm going to watch. Yeah, we're going to be entertained with what happens in the ring. But the overall SummerSlam build, it's non-existent. It's as if it should have never happened. This is where I'm coming from. And I hope you guys understand. And I'm sorry for that. I needed to let all of that out before we even get into who I think is going to win these matches and why. But that's my thoughts and opinions on everything that happened in WWE so far for the last 4 weeks. Needed to come out. Going to start off with Brock Lesnar versus Randy Orton. You guys know how I feel about this. I made a video
I think Brock Lesnar
about this specifically. We don't know whether or not this is going to be the main event. If it was up to me, it would not be. It would be in the middle of the card somewhere. Because this match is a one-and-done deal. It's not for a title. Randy Orton hasn't been on TV, or a pay-per-view, I should say, in close to a year. Brock Lesnar, coming off of a failed drug test in the UFC, people are calling for his head. Suspension, dock him and pay. Have him drop to Randy Orton. No. You're not going to have Brock Lesnar lose to Randy Orton. And you guys know how I feel about this. If you've been watching me, you know exactly the reasons I'm going to state. And I'm going to say them again, and I don't want to sound like a broken record. Lesnar is the cover athlete for WWE 2K17. WWE 2K17 is going to have a massive presence all weekend long. There's no reason why their cover athlete needs to fucking lose at SummerSlam. Just based on that fact alone, I would not have Brock Lesnar lose. But the most important thing here is, and yes, clowns, the people that have come to me, oh, JD, but Brock Lesnar lost already, man. He beat The Undertaker, but he lost, man. I'm talking about Lesnar losing clean. When was the last time Lesnar had his shoulders pinned? 1, 2, 3. Clean.
2012.
With a finisher. With no bullshit behind it. Not after he beat The Undertaker. The Undertaker beat him, but it was a low blow. It was a fucking instance where he tapped out, the referee didn't see it, Undertaker took advantage, low blow, match restarted, and he pinned Brock Lesnar. That doesn't count. That doesn't count. To me, it doesn't count. It's not like anybody else beat Brock Lesnar. Lesnar beat The Undertaker, but The Undertaker came right back and cheated to win. It was The Undertaker, of all people, to do that. So that doesn't really count. Lesnar just came right back in Hell in a Cell and destroyed The Undertaker. So, whatever happened at SummerSlam was rectified inside Hell in a Cell. Lesnar does not lose, for the simple fact that The Undertaker's WrestleMania streak is his. You're not going to give it to Randy Orton. I don't give a fuck if he failed 8 drug tests. Lesnar is making $6 million a year in WWE. Lesnar is a huge investment in WWE. Lesnar is such a huge investment that they gave him the streak, which is the greatest thing that WWE ever created. Is Randy Orton worth that? No. Is a face, Viper, sending people to Viperville worth that? No, it is not. I would be shocked if WWE made such a stupid decision at the end of the day. Stupid. Not gonna happen. The only way Lesnar loses, if there's some unearthly godsend for an outside interference. Goldberg's gonna be in town. Goldberg's doing marketing for 2K17. Goldberg is a special pre-order bonus, character in the game. They already cut promos on each other. Lesnar cut a promo marketing 2K17, calling out Bill Goldberg, saying, Bill, you're next. Goldberg says, listen, I'm here. You want me? Come and get me. Maybe they're building towards a match at WrestleMania 33. I don't know. But in every instance in which 2K brought somebody in for the game, they ended up on WWE television. In every instance, whatever marketing scheme that 2K Games had for the video game was always and needed to be approved by Vince McMahon. This is no different. Goldberg being there, Goldberg in the game, Goldberg making any other decisions with 2K, any other business with 2K, is okayed by Vince McMahon. Simply because the WWE name is attached. If Goldberg is there, maybe I'll be okay with a Lesnar loss. But in the end, I don't want Lesnar losing. I don't think Lesnar's going to lose. I don't think Goldberg is going to show up at all. I think you save that for a Smack or Monday Night Raw. Something to generate interest on Monday Night Raw. That instance, that situation can wait. I think Lesnar is going to deliver an F5. I think Randy Orton is going to go down. And Lesnar is going to remain undefeated or unpinned clean until someone like a Samoa Joe or a Shinsuke Nakamura is going to come along and just end that. Lesnar holds the streak. He holds the Undertaker's essence. You want that essence to be passed along to somebody else who's going to use it to better their career in WWE and become a household name. Randy Orton is already a household name. Randy Orton doesn't need any more of that huge superstar status. He had his moment in the sun. A loss to Randy Orton, or a loss to Lesnar is not going to do anything to Randy Orton at all. He'll come back the next night on SmackDown and start a feud with whomever else he wants to. Or Bray Wyatt, or Dean Ambrose, or Dolph Ziggler, whoever. Doesn't fucking matter. AJ Styles, Baron Corbin, doesn't fucking matter. People are going to want to see Orton regardless. Lesnar is your attraction. Lesnar has the streak. Lesnar wins by F5. That's my prediction. Finn Balor versus Seth Rollins.
I'm going with Balor on this one.
This is where things could, if WWE wanted to get interesting and, you know, they wanted to venture outside their box and give us something different. I've been stating WWE has a face in Finn Balor. Finn Balor is the new guy in town to replace Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns fucked himself over, failed the drug test. WWE lost trust in him. They want that babyface character to lead this new era. My initial thought was, okay, Balor is that guy. Balor's going to win the United States Championship. Fuck this Universal Championship. Seriously. I've been fucking up the name. Goes to show you how much I fucking care about it. I will be okay with it if the mock title floating around is the one that is actually presented. Mixture of the old school Eagle belt with the modern WWE logo in the center. I would be okay with that. If it's something along the lines of what we see with Dean Ambrose, only red, then I have a fucking problem with it. Okay? This is what got Joey Styles canned, talking shit about the Universal Championship. I was going to say United States Championship again. Jesus fucking Christ. Universal Championship. Okay? WWE wants their babyface as a champion. And they put so much stock and so much effort into making Finn Balor look great. Why the fuck would he not win this match? Okay? The obvious choice here is for Finn Balor to win the Universal Championship and be on his way to superstardom. But what if WWE wants to have fun with this? You know? Everybody knows that when Rollins came back to attack Roman Reigns from injury, that moment we seen Rollins and the crowd went fucking crazy. Rollins should have been a babyface, but WWE had him come out on Monday Night Raw and pretty much flip the switch on everybody, saying that he got fan letters and fan mail, and he doesn't give a fuck about the fans. He took all those letters, or is going to take all those letters and fucking literally burn them. He don't give a shit about the fans. They're not the ones who rebuilt Seth Rollins. They're not going to be the ones to reclaim what is rightfully his that he never lost. You know, Rollins just went on a heel-like tyrant fucking promo. And I don't know why they did that. Rollins came back, and Rollins was expected to get fanfare and emotion. You know? Why would you have him come back as a babyface and then automatically turn him heel again the next night? Doesn't make any sense. Rollins has it within him to be the babyface that WWE wants. You know? I think WWE, for the sake of it, for the fun of it, should do a role reversal. I think Balor needs to turn heel. And Rollins needs to become the babyface. Now, Balor can win the title. Balor can be the new Universal Champion. And, which I will discuss in a little bit, Gallows and Anderson are fighting the New Day. Right? They're going to win the tag team championships. I think Gallows and Anderson are going to walk out. They're going to end the New Day's reign. So that makes Gallows, Anderson, and Balor all champions at the end of the night. Coincidentally, they're all on the same brand. Okay. WWE has teased, you know, they've teased in the past that Rollins and Triple H, you know, have little disagreements. You know, they get into little arguments, right? This was before everything was going on with Roman Reigns. You know, before he went out with injury, they were teasing Rollins versus Triple H at WrestleMania. That was the direction they were going in. We haven't seen Triple H at all since WrestleMania. He hasn't shown himself on Monday Night Raw at all. You know, why don't WWE come out and proclaim this is the new era and make a statement? Put that exclamation point at the end of new era. What better way to stake claim to the new era than putting Finn Balor, Carl Anderson, and Doc Gallows at the forefront, all champions, you know, forming the Balor Club, and with Triple H and Balor obviously being an NXT alum, Triple H run promotion, right? Triple H can endorse the club. Triple H can fuck over Seth Rollins and pretty much make him babyface, turn Balor heel, have the Balor Club formed, and have them reign supreme over Monday Night Raw. NWO style. Seth Rollins, this would eventually lead to Seth Rollins getting his revenge on Triple H. Now, Triple H would not wrestle in the meantime. He would be there as like a consultant or an overseer of the Balor Club. He would be the ones to orchestrate this plan, you know? Maybe he can come in and just, you know, stake claim to everything that's been going on. That Monday Night Raw, even though Foley and his wife are running the show, is his show. He is as much of the authority as anybody on Monday Night Raw. So you can have the Balor Club formed. Rollins get his revenge. You know, if you want to